Hi, it's Jen from UK Bike Fit. If you're also here in the UK, the weather's starting to get worse, so we've put together some of our top winter training tips to help you stay consistent and keep getting out on your bike in this cold, dark weather. Our first tip is to invest in some proper winter kit. When it's cold and wet, it's hard enough to go out as it is, but if you're sure that you can be warm and dry on your rides, you're much more likely to keep getting out the door and training. Our top recommendations for kit for you to invest in that will keep you warm and dry over the winter are some high quality waterproof winter boots, a waterproof breathable jacket and some thermal sweat wicking base layers. And let's not forget about a good set of lights. During the winter it can still be dull even in the middle of the day and difficult to be seen when you're out on your bike, so make sure you're still visible. Our next tip is to set some goals and possibly think about following a training plan over winter. The reason for this is that when it's cold and dark, it's difficult enough to get out and train as it is, and it's really easy to skip your sessions. However, if you set some goals and you've got something to aim for and a training plan to follow, it's much more effective in keeping you consistent and making sure you get the most out of your winter training. Planning a big event, trip or race in the spring can give you something tangible to aim for and keep you focused during those winter months when it gets hard. You might also think about getting a coach, as that can be a really beneficial tool in keeping you accountable towards your training programme. Last up, we've got taking advantage of indoor training tools such as Zwift. Zwift and other indoor cycling platforms can be a great way of maintaining that social aspect of still doing group rides while you're not getting out with your mates over the winter months. As well as the social aspect, these different cycling platforms can also provide you with routes you can do, races to take part in, and even training programs to follow. All of this combined can make your indoor riding much more enjoyable during winter. An important thing to remember when it comes to indoor training is if you're replacing your 4-hour long ride with an indoor turbo trainer ride, you don't always need to go for quite as long. Remember, you've not got any freewheeling, you've got no rest at the traffic lights, and you're often always looking at your power on the screen in front of you, which can make you work harder than normal. With all this indoor training, if you're riding a different bike on your turbo to the one that you ride outside, you need to remember that the fit is just as important on your turbo bike. Riding a poorly fitting bike on the turbo could potentially cause injury, is often uncomfortable, and also doesn't set you up correctly for when you're back out on your summer bike. So these were our top tips for winter training. If you think there's something else really important or that others might like to know, please drop us a comment in the section below.